6:28, Boise State over Colorado State tonight here in Boise. Let's go right back down to the Ram locker room. Marty Cesario standing by with Eliison Hubbard.
Yeah, we're going to have someone rep from the defensive side of the ball, and it is sophomore defensive end Eliison Hubbard. Let's just start with just a generalism. Coach says you got your butts kicked, okay? Let's be real about it. Why did that happen?
Just poor execution, I guess. Looking at it on film, tomorrow I see that defensively we just couldn't make any stops, and offensively we couldn't get it going. And so we weren't the same as the last 2 weeks, and I just think it was poor execution tonight.
I'd like to source you right after this football game. So can you recall what parts of execution didn't work out so well for you defensively?
Yeah, some plays we just didn't run right, and so it was just bad communication some parts. And there was some plays where, I made a mistake and I should have done the right, ran the right gap. So I say some plays we just should have communicated better and we should have had it down pat.
Is there anything in particular with defensive line pressure on the quarterback that you want to improve as we move forward in 2018 here?
Yeah, I want us to get back there in less than 3 seconds. That's the quarterback usually has a lot of time back there when you're not getting any pressure, and I say we need to get back there in less than 3 seconds so that can help our DBs out. They're not getting scored on like tonight. So that's what I think we should prove on D-line wise.
Talking with sophomore defensive end Eliison Hubbard. Since you guys were on a roll and you've been coming together as a defensive group, why is the 2 previous games, the victories over New Mexico and San Jose State, more of what you're going to be than tonight's performance?
The way we played and the heart and everything we did those games with execution is why you guys should believe we're going to be better than tonight. Tonight, it was just, like I said, a lack of execution. And next week, going on to the border war, I say we're going to come out there way more focused and way more prepared for that game. And I just think that if we go out there and execute better, that's going to lead to that win. So the last 2 weeks definitely show how strong of a defense we are. Tonight's just, I guess, a minor setback.
You're a football player. We're moving towards next week. And let me give you a visual, guys. He smiles when he says border war. You're just a sophomore. What do you know about the boot and the border war, and why are you going to go get it?
Oh, man. Coming here, that's all that was talked about, is that big rivalry against Wyoming. And so that's mean a lot, especially since they lost the year before I got here and last year in a close one. It means a lot. And losing last year, that really hit me inside because I know how much it means. So that border war, it's like, that's the game that really matters. Just like in high school, I had a rivalry game. That's exactly how it feels. It's that team that you really hate, you really want to beat. So that's how I know about the border war, just all the talk, and how the people at school even talk about it. That's how much it means. So.
All right, well, we'll shake this one off. Enjoy your flight home. Safe travels. Hashtag get the boot. Okay, Ellison?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, defensive end Eliison Hubbard. We will visit with Warren Jackson. Let me track him down. Send it back up to you for right now, Brian.
Okay, Marty. Appreciate that. And, yeah, had a couple of opportunities to sit down with Eliison Hubbard over the last year and a half, and just a bright young man who is the epitome of a student athlete, gets the job done in the classroom. And again, I thought he played well here tonight. We saw him get into that offensive backfield of Boise State. All right, right back downstairs to Marty.
A note of positivity, of course, is the play of sophomore wide receiver Warren Jackson. 2 touchdowns, 106 yards receiving. Why were you successful in that respect?
Coach told us a lot that the middle field is going to be open, and this could be a big game for me. So we went out this week, we repped it, we worked it, and worked in practice. So we came out in game, and fortunately for us, it just kept working.
And let me drop a visual, too. We're with sophomore wide receiver Warren Jackson, 2 touchdowns tonight. Before your second touchdown late in the game here, and, of course, we know what the reality is with the score. You and Alvis Whitted, wide receivers coach, smiles like as if you discovered something.
It's just we're just happy to see, the hard work we put in throughout the week pay off. But, unfortunately, it wasn't enough to get the win, which we would have wanted. But, it was just seeing the bright side of it, seeing that hard work does pay off.
We're not going to baby you, right? And you just said it. It wasn't enough. Offensively, what wasn't enough? What did you fail to do tonight?
Obviously, just score points. They have more points of us. That's the game of football. Whoever has more points wins. So we didn't get enough points, and we lost.
From your mind, when we switched to Colin Hill from KJ, what happens and what's your mindset?
I don't know. They're both great quarterbacks. I love both of them. But it's just whoever's had the hot hand. So I think they both play exceptionally well. So we'll just see where we go from there.
You like both of them, and they like each other. But let's nail it down. What is the difference when Colin Hill plays as opposed to when you're playing with KJ?
At this moment, I couldn't give it to you off the top of my head. But if I sat down and thought about it, I might be able to give you some. But right now, I can't tell.
All right, and you've been here. I mean, you participated as a freshman, too. We're approaching the border war. That's a big deal. You tell me why.
Personally, I'm not from Colorado. So, first last year coming in the game, I didn't know how big it would be. But, throughout my second year, learning the history and the culture of it, it's a really big game for us. And, it's the most important game because it's the next game. So we're getting ready tomorrow immediately. We're going to watch film, go over it, talk about what we can adjust to. But after that, what's gone is gone, and we're going to work on getting on Wyoming.
And you know how sports fans react, right? So after, you got blasted here in Boise, why do you think you're going to go win the next game and get that boot?
We're going to go in and game plan, adjust to what we did wrong, Honestly, that wasn't our best play, and that we didn't play well, That wasn't what we could really do. And so I think the game coming up, the next opportunity is the most important because we could really show what we can do.
All right. I wish you the best of luck.
Appreciate
it. Cali kid wants to get the boot. So does sophomore defensive end Eliison Hubbard. Everybody's going to work on that as we move on to next week. Brian?
Okay. Thanks, Marty. Appreciate that. Warren Jackson, 9 catches, 105 yards, 2 more touchdowns here this season. And Jackson now with 4 touchdown catches this season, 6 in his career. The final score, 56-28, Boise State on top of Colorado State.